Hello everyone, so this is Daksh here and I'm putting this video. Why? So because somewhere I strongly feel that a gut feeling inside me. So I'm supposed to keep some points which are relevant and related to my life and been through such kind of situations which I had to discuss at that point, but I couldn't because I had no such kind of opportunities at the time to explain why I left this media field and what happened with me because seriously if I had to say at the time, there was nothing opportunities around me. That's why I had to leave. And people who are working now these days, they are working underpayment, and somewhere somehow they are struggling a lot of, and they are just all making camouflaging around that they are earning so much, a huge amount. They are earning so much amount on a very high scale of payment. It's all about to pretending and pretending portraying ourselves superior in front of people, because as you can say now these days job opportunities are very it's just like a hard nut to crack to get a good job these days. So any era, in whether it was before and present or might be in future, only can hope for the future to get more opportunities in a good relevant jobs. People are being educated now these days, and but still they are working under payment underpayment and under they are overqualified many jobs, and but still they are doing it just because they have no other options, or options if they are finding. So they are full of equipped with obstacles, and which is very hard, and sometimes it could be the against of ethics of people. So yeah, so what I was trying to say that being a media person, being a reporter, journalist, or editor, it's very toughest job I've ever found, which my experiences. I'm saying if people are being around you full of intention of the competitions, and only you are the person who is surviving there without any helping, and everybody's trying to pull your leg, you know and pretending as a cancer there, who are not lifting himself, even they are pulling other cancer uh, downwards within them. So it's very competitive, and you know what that if you are not being success, so it doesn't mean that this is your problem. Something is a fault inside you. It could happen just because of environment where you put it on, and where you kept on at a time. Might be situations are not favorable to you. So that's how what I found at last. Whichever line, whichever job opportunities you're getting on your way, so just pick it up, because somehow you will have to survive for sustaining yourself in market, in a job market, or in a job field, or in a working career. You're supposed to pick somewhere. So if you are getting a little underpayment job, so just do it for a while, until you're not getting a bigger thing with rather than which you're doing right now. When you found it a bigger opportunity, so yeah, switch it. But I don't think so. In morning we are waking up without any work, so it is more depressing in itself, that if somebody is not getting a job or salary, monthly salary, and doing nothing, and wake up in the morning without anything, so it's very hard to surviving with be very busy with nothing. And somehow uh, so I guess so my suggestion for me, that do whatever, but I mean ethically, with the integrity and with the positivity. We supposed to carry ourselves, we supposed to I supposed to carry myself, whether it is in a not high profile job, but at least we are earning of 4 rupees every month. So that's okay, that 4 rupees is okay. um you're struggling, earning, you're struggling, that little fruit is okay. on the daily wages, if we are surviving, struggling, so we understanding, not only for the salary we should do job. So by the time we grabbing the knowledge, and that knowledge could be sustainable for eons of the time, not for us but upcoming generations. And uh, whoever is coming us just a piece of suggestion in a real way. Otherwise, I'm nobody to give suggestions to others. But yeah, by our experience, if somebody is getting any reference to constructive, to make a constructive venture, so yeah, it could be helpful for others as well. So whichever I made a mistakes, maybe as a failure, if I'm suggesting to someone, so at least as a failure, I know very well that what I should not do. I don't know how to get a success or how to get conquer a particular thing, but what should we not do? That I only can tell you, ki, yeah, this is I made a mistake, I made a blunder because of this way. So this way is not good. This such kind of experience I went through. So I would suggest to everyone. So no need to go every time to a successful person, because person has a you know a luxury to make any kind of story, make up stories to portraying himself or herself a vulnerable personality. But a true failure person uh, can suggest better, I guess. So what you should not do. And yeah, and all things depends on that a person is being at the right time, right place. So that is very very important. So what I found in a media field, it's uh, I mean, I mean, I mean to say that whole media industry is not a bad, but most of the time, all media industry needs to update things smartly and without being biased. Unbiasedly, they're supposed to put the news with cross checking. Yeah, as we know, the act as a watchdog is very important. But you know what, that whichever news they are fetching, they must be go through the double, triple, or many times of cross check. Without cross checking, without knowing anything, without sense of empathy, anyone should not on air broadcast or in the way of printing media can't spread any kind of yellow journalism and kind of any rumor or any kind of manipulation kind of a story. The story must be checked from the all of the dimensions. So that is very very important. And main thing is that if somebody is being on a right or relevant, they are irrelevant and a bigger pedestal or higher pedestal, so he or she must be helpful for other people as well. For example, if my any senior um, engaging with a good job in a media field, so he or she should help to his or her colleague and their junior, senior. I mean, they're supposed to get together and make a kind of unity and union, so where they can help each other to find a job and opportunities. At least if somebody is updating to someone that okay, this opportunity is the particular piece of information uh, is there, so you're supposed to be there to get a job for interview or something. So that help is also enough in itself. So I guess so only getting a job in a it's not about only media, it's all about any kind of field, especially private field. So if you are finding any opportunities, you're supposed to refer other people um, for sake of for sake of your good network. It's media, or I mean, if I'll tell you, the media is all about the network. If you're making network, if you're making good equations with the people around, so of course it could be a return in a positive a fruitful result. So that is all reward would become as you would be given to other people whether it is a positive way, in a negative way, it will be return and revert as its same way. So that's how I wanted to put my views through this video on this segment. So that's all. I mean, I did mass communication and I seen everything there. So it was not easy to be a media person, and being in a media field and sustain in this field for a long run. So yeah, shortage of jobs, lapse of uh, opportunities just because of Jack, and kind of a feudalistic atmosphere which creates over journalists, that could be more problematic too. And as we know, so whole media is supposed to be very accurate, and a little bit, I mean, not little bit, I guess, more than a little bit, supposed to be a sense of empathy towards new generation who are seeking to make a career in the field of media. So that's how I wanted to put it my words here. And at least bigger media houses and news companies, news channels should give at least internships, not free internship. At least they're supposed to provide stipends to young generations who are coming forward for the media field as a journalist or a technician or XYZ profile, whichever they are holding. They're supposed to get at least a right of internship with stipends. So that's all. I mean, yeah, that's my urging to everyone. So new media students supposed to have their own rights and liberty to speak up. If they are they are not getting full kind of oxygen. I'm not saying being unethical, but at least they're supposed to get that much liberty, that kind of oxygen to put their words openly. So that's how I just have put it my words, and I'm just wrapping up of this segment. So I hope so. My message is crystal clear. That's how I put it my words, and I hope the change will be coming. And yeah, it's coming up as well, but it gradually, very in a very slow motion, it's happening. I hope rapidly it would be constructively uh, come in the society, and no other media person, no other media student would be survive unnecessarily to just get a job, only a job. That's how. I mean, if a person will get a job at the right time, so he or she can explore much more, and maybe can show his or her abilities by the time. And that's how I'm beseeching. This industry must be, uh, show some gracefully manner and peacefully harmony manner towards new students. That's all. Thank you very much.